Hi, this is Matthias Chmielewski and you're watching Ministry of Twang. Today I'd like to talk about basic finger-picking patterns for rockabilly guitar. Hope you'll enjoy it. Okay, so maybe let's start with the main things that I'd like to focus on today. It would be a good idea to have everything going on together. The bass line, the chord, and a simple melody on top of that. And which start with a basic chord shape. I use a chord shape, just like the one with the bar chord on the 5th fret. But I want to unlock this chord to make it more flexible, to allow me to change certain notes, to make the melody a little bit easier to play. And what I mean is, instead of fingering it with a bar on 5th fret, I'll just use my thumb over the neck on the 5th fret and leave out the note on A string because I won't really need that at the moment. So we'll end up with something like that. Thumb over 5th fret of the E string, 7th fret on D string, 6th on G string, and 5th on 2nd string. Okay? Right now, this is what we end up with. And we have a pinky to move around. So just with the pinky and right choices of the strings with my index finger of my picking hand, I have several notes that I can use for my melody. But let's start with the bass and rhythm thing. The way I do it, right now I don't do any alternating bass note, not yet. We'll reach that point at some moment. And I use my thumb to do most of the rhythm part. So it's bass and 2 middle strings, D and G, just with a thumb. So this is my thumb work. Okay, and I'll use my index and middle finger to play everything else that's above it. So we'll try with a very basic exercise, just trying to put the melody, just a single note of the melody, over the first beat that we'll play with our thumb. And we'll make it the E note on B string, so the note that we have here fingered with our index finger. And we'll try to keep it as simple as possible. So we'll have our alternating bass note, chord, bass, chord, and we'll count them as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And the first thing that we want to do is to play our E note on beat 1. So it's gonna sound like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After a while, it would be good to reach certain tempo. Doesn't sound like rock and roll yet. But let's try to do something else with this note on the top of the chord, and we will use our pinky to move our little melody around. And right now it's quite simple because we put all the melody notes on downbeats, and what makes it sound more exciting are the syncopations. So we would need to play our melody notes somewhere in between our bass note and our chord. So we'll end up with something like that. What I'm doing here is, like the previous exercise, we did the melody note on the beat 1, and it was our first bar of the exercise. Second bar is end of 1, so I hit my melody note just past the bass note. We'll get something like that. So the first beat. Okay, first beat of the second bar is like a missed. The note is a little bit late. It's the second 8th note of the bar that gives that syncopation in here. And well, general goal is to reach the ability of putting any note on any beat in the bar that we wish. And it's not that difficult, because after a while we'll find out that basically there are just a couple of possibilities. We can play just the bass note, just the chord note, melody note with the bass note, melody note with the chord note, or in between. So again, just the bass note, just the chord note, melody with bass note, melody with chord note, and in between. So by mixing those rhythms, those basic building blocks, we can come up with the most common rockabilly patterns that we're aiming at. And another thing is to make the melody a little bit more interesting and to explore what we can do with our chord to reach those notes. So let's try to alter the melody between note E, F sharp, and G, and leaving the chord and the bass the way they were. So we'll have something like that. Right now I'm going to put the simple melody pattern. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On 1 and 3 there's a well, little melody going. And we'll alter the rhythm by placing those little notes on the top of the chord in between our bass note and chord note to make it a little bit more interesting. So this is our basic pattern. And now I'll try to make the second note in each bar to be syncopated. So it all comes down to my picking hand. What I got in here is note at the same time with the bass note, chord, bass note, melody, chord, and then again melody with bass note, chord, bass, melody, chord. This is all for today's video, and in the next video of the series I'm going to show you what more can we do with our alternating melody, and maybe we'll move our bass note around and try to do something more interesting with some other chord voicings in here. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Check my other videos. There are a couple of videos with triangle licks you might enjoy. Subscribe for more lessons like that, and see you next time.